What's up, everybody? My name is Chris, and I'm here to teach everybody a little bit about Clash Royale. This is a game that just recently came out, and I almost instantly fell in love with it. It is fantastic. I've been playing Clash of Clans for about 3 years, off and on, and when this game came out, I just got so excited. It is right up my alley. I love strategy games. So, right now, I'm doing pretty well at it, I would think. I'm a level 7, I have just over 2,500 trophies, and I haven't spent that much money on the game. I bought a super magical chest, but that's it. So I'm looking to sort of pass my wisdom along. Not that I have that much, the game is pretty new, so I want to learn with you guys. So I want to post my knowledge, you guys post back, tell me what you know, and we'll learn this game together, and it'll be great. So I'm looking to make sort of a normal person's guide to this game. I didn't spend that much money on it, and I've just been grinding it out with the cards that I have, and opening my chests and being on top of it. But I don't plan on spending any more money on the game. I just want to learn and upgrade the cards I have normally, and grind it out. I think that's half the fun. I think spending too much money on the game kind of spoils it. So I'm going to take you through a couple of battles that I just had today and give you a little bit of insight into what I'm thinking during the game, and hopefully it helps you in your game when you're playing. So this is just somebody from my clan, so I'm trolling around with the with the angry faces. I love the angry face. The noises that the king makes while he is giving the angry face is just it cracks me up every time. So this deck I have, this is my favorite deck currently. I didn't look this up on YouTube. I didn't look it up anywhere, really. I just kind of made it up. So I have a lot of success with it. So the idea of this deck is to get the balloon over to the other person's tower and just have them blow it up. Because the balloon is really good at that, guys. If you don't have the balloon in your deck, you gotta use it. It's so good. Also the Valkyrie. I wasn't a huge believer in the Valkyrie, but look at it tear up the left-hand side of the map just by herself. She is a savage. I love it. Before, you saw me drop the balloon. Why did I drop the balloon on the right-hand side when everything was kind of happening on the left? Well, Brittany had used a lot of her elixir on the left-hand side of the map. And so I thought maybe there was a chance I could sneak my balloon in on the right, because all of her troops she was kind of focused on the left-hand side there. So I thought maybe I could sneak in the balloon on the right, and that's kind of what this deck does. Beating them on elixir, and then putting a sneaky push in with the balloon and the freeze. So, for those of you looking to get a little better, the first thing I suggest you do, if you don't already know, is learn how much each elixir, or how much each card costs for elixir. So, right there, she dropped the giant, the spear goblins, the giant, the dragon, all this stuff is all very expensive stuff on the left hand side, so I dropped my balloon on the right. My Inferno Tower just tore everything up on the left, and the balloon got right in on the right. So I knew that she used a lot of elixir on the left, and so I decided that was my time to push on the right. So now she's got a little push going over here on the right, and all I'm trying to do is defend right now. I'm not trying to get an extra crown. 1-0 is still a victory in my book, and well, in anybody's book, that if you get the win, you get the trophies if you're playing online. So once I get a tower down, it puts all the pressure on them. And when the pressure's on, a lot of people will start to make silly mistakes or do things that they wouldn't normally do, as they watch the time counting down, and the game counts the time down for you. They get all stressed out and they make silly mistakes, and you can usually defend pretty easily. And so there I dropped a balloon on the left to make her respond, to split up her army. She was going for a big push on the right, so I dropped my balloon on the left. That time the balloon was defensive. I made her respond to the balloon, or else it was going to take her tower down. So it split up her army, made it weaker, and it made it easier for me to defend. So that's how you can use your offensive troops to be defensive. That is kind of a complicated thing to say, using offensive troops defensively, but make them respond. If they're really pushing hard on the left, make them respond on the right. Split up their army. Make them drop the wizard where they didn't want to drop it. lot of this game is kind of catching your opponent off guard. So kind of try and disrupt their plans. Try to figure out what cards they have, what their plan is, and how you're going to counter it with your cards. The great thing about this game is that there really aren't any bad cards. Any of the cards you can make good, but you have to figure out how they work together and how you can defend your side and simultaneously attack. So using an example, we'll just go through this game real quick against this random person. So they drop the Minion Horde and the Musketeer. Both of those things really good against the balloon. So now he doesn't have them in his hand anymore, so I drop the balloon on the left. With the Spear Goblins to maybe take a couple extra hits from the tower, and I'm getting ready to drop my freeze. Freeze, freeze. Boom. So balloon freeze, powerful combo. The reason I tried to push so hard in right there was that two really good cards to defend against the balloon had already been dropped by my opponent. So I pushed with the balloon. But now, the problem with the balloon freeze is that it leaves me really at a huge elixir deficit. That caused 9 elixir. I didn't take that tower down, and so that dragon was just shooting my balloon for free, got it, and then the Hog Rider came in behind it and did a massive amount of damage to my tower. So now it's not quite as easy as I thought it was going to be. That tower on the left I already know is down. I'm gonna get it with some ranged attacks, so I'm trying to defend my tower till the end of the game, where I can then just drop ranged spells, ranged attacks on his tower, and at the end of the game I'll just win that way. So I have no problem with that. I already did my damage, but the hard part is going to be defending. So this dragon's giving me all kinds of problems, and he has a golem. Oh my goodness. Yes, the Inferno Tower is great against the golem. It's fantastic, but they're going to drop other units behind it. There's the Minion Horde. Distracts my Inferno Tower just long enough for the golem to creep in there, get off a few hits, and shorten the lifespan of that Inferno Tower along with the Fireball. So this is bad. Now that golem made it all the way to my tower doing damage. Oh man, that hurts. My defensive plan not working out so well. So I throw the Inferno Tower down a little closer to my tower because I know that golem is coming back. And I don't even know what to do. So I drop the arrows, drop the Valkyrie. This is a good strategy here. If somebody's got a giant or a golem pushing into your side, they put the squishier units behind it so that the golem or the giant can absorb the hits. A good strategy, guys, let the giant come onto your side, drop your defending units behind the giant, on that musketeer, on that wizard, or that whatever is behind the giant, or the golem, to get some damage onto that. That's what's going to really do the damage onto your side. So, alright, well, we traded towers while I was blabbing, and there you go. See, he knows now that I have the balloon, so he saved that musketeer until I drop my balloon. That was a very good play by him. And, so that balloon and musketeer, sorry, the dragon and the musketeer came right over to my side. Got a few hits off of my tower. I was barely able to defend with my barbarians, and the fireball just wipes out, annihilates the barbarians. That's not good. Here I try to get clever. I try to drop an offensive Inferno Tower, thinking that the golem would go over to it, but the golem just walks right past it. He doesn't even care. Nope, he just gave zero you-know-what to that Inferno Tower, and walks right past it. Now he's on my tower, and now I'm just trying desperately to hold on. Drop my barbarians down to defend against that musketeer just so it doesn't shoot at my tower, and time is over, and we draw. So, you can't win them all. You win some, you lose some. That's just how you learn. This case, we drew. So, what did I learn from this game? Pushing too hard sometimes can be detrimental. You leave yourself open. So, if you're going to go on a strictly offensive push, make sure you have some kind of defense down, or some card ready to defend against your side. So when that push comes onto your side, you're able to defend it. Guys, I really hope that we can have fun with this and we can learn together. I'll be posting videos regularly, so keep yourself tuned in.